learning to live. Hey, hey, Lordy, you know I'm learning every day. I'm not depending on nothing else. You've got to make it. Oh, you know I'm finding. Yeah, help me, Jesus. I'm finding so much power. Yeah, that's it. I'm learning. Yes, I am. Sometimes you don't know what to say to the Lord. You gotta get away and own it to yourself. This is what I say. Oh, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Jesus, I feel all right now. I've got to tell you that this joy that I have, Lord, it just keeps coming and over. Hey, Lord, you know I'm finding, Lord. I'm finding so much power in you, and I can never do. That's why I can say that I'm learning, Lord, I'm learning every day, every way. All you got to do is keep on learning. Trust in you, Lord. I'll be forever to give your name the praise. Right where I stand, you got to help me make it all. That's why I'm learning. I'll be fasting, I'll be praying, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna hide behind the mountain. I'm gonna hide behind the mountain. I'm gonna hide behind the mountain. I'm gonna go and see they will. Don't know. Y'all, my grandmother, she told me a long time ago, she said, well, Jesus is, oh yes, she is, the mountain. Jesus is, I know he is, yeah, the mountain. Y'all, they tell me that Jesus, I'm gonna go where they will. Don't go. I got a good friend by the name of Keith Wonderboy. Keep telling what you gotta say to this. Jesus is the mountain. I know that Jesus is the mountain. I know that Jesus is the mountain. I'm moving with
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 980 AM WDDO Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and
I'm going to tell
opinions of the
him the next time
participants
he
of
asks
the
me about
broadcast.
something, I'm going to tell him to wait 3 or 4 minutes. Hey, then everybody will be asleep. Woo, pray for me.
Ask Elaine.
Ask Elaine.
Ask Elaine.
I've got some introductory stuff.
Ask Elaine. Ask Elaine. Ask Elaine. Ask Elaine. Ask Elaine.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it is Wednesday. And since it's Wednesday, you know that this is Ask Elaine. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas, welcoming you to the show today. We've got so much information for you, I tell you. And I'm modeling our brand new little commission shirts and stuff, so everybody will know we're in the house and stuff. We had a demolition this morning over near Linwood Cemetery on Pursley Street. 3 houses, and we were just looking at those houses and we wondered how people lived in those houses, because the walls had no insulation. You know, when they tore them down, it was just the outer wall and then the inner wood, and then the roofs just had looked like thick foil, really, and they just pulled it down. So I said, the things that our people have had to deal with, and the substandard housing and the substandard services and all of that. So I was glad to be there this morning with other commissioners and the mayor. And, I told you, if there are good things going on, I'm going to be right there and I'm going to be cheering them on. But if there are some rough things, some bad things going on, I'm going to come and tell you so that you can, get it into action and we can get it straight. But this morning was a good thing. And I just want you to know that your tax money is being used to clear out those dilapidated houses, to clean up our neighborhoods, many of ours that have been neglected all of these years. And over there in Pleasant Hill, where Linwood Cemetery and the Cemetery Preservation Group has been working all of these years. You remember back when Mayor Ellis was in office, I wrote the legislation to start Linwood Cemetery, that group, to build renovate, revive that cemetery. And then later it became the Macon Cemetery Preservation Corporation. And former Mayor Ellis was 100% in favor of that, signed off on it. And the commission, the council, city council at that time did. And so to me, this morning was the beginning of good things for the Macon Cemetery Preservation Corporation, the old Linwood Group, as well as overall Macon and Pleasant Hill. So I just wanted to let you know that that's a good thing and that's a good project. Clearing out these dilapidated houses, these burned out houses. You don't want to live with your house. You're keeping your property straight, and then somebody else has theirs all falling in, or there's nobody living. You got rats and snakes and all kinds of stuff. So that's a good thing. So y'all follow that on the Macon Bib government page or on my Facebook page and see what's going on that's good in your community. And if you see things that you want to make suggestions on, please do that. Contact your mayor, your commissioner, whoever it is in county government that you want to contact so that you can let them know. All right, we've been kind of telling you this because we've been waiting for Senator Lucas to come in. He came into the radio station on 2 wheels. And so they're going to get him all set up. He's going to tell you about a special event that takes place every year. Traditionally, it has taken place every year. Last year, due to COVID, we were not able to have Soul Jam 2020. 2020 was a rough year, I think, for everybody. So he is here. Um,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, Miss
You
Lewis.
can you talk?
There's no question I can talk. I
All
just want
right.
everybody out there in Radio Land, remember May 30th, the Sunday before Memorial Day, we will have Soul Jam unrestricted. So if you've been laying up all year, nowhere to go, May 30th, you can come and have a good time. We will have plenty of music, plenty of food to sell, and ready to have a good time. And our security is none other than Macon Finest, uh, deputy sheriffs, off duty deputy sheriffs. We want to make sure that everybody has a good time and don't impede anybody else from having a good time.
Uh,
And so come,
yeah.
we've got Rolls Royce, Sir Charles, Nellie Travis, Ronnie Bell. Then we have three local acts, Bo Ponder, Al Davis, who put out a new stepping tune, and of course, Mike Hoggebrook. So come on out and have a good time. Tickets are $40, 45 at the gate.
All right. Tell them where they can get tickets and
You
tell them the locations around Georgia.
Well, you can get tickets in Macon at Touchdowns and Overtime in Warner Robins, Jacko's, Half Force, in Albany, Odyssey Records, in Sandersville, Kuntas, in Milledgeville, Miss Stella, and in Dublin, Kenny's Barbershop, and in Athens, Georgia, you can call Zebra and get your tickets. So we've tried to cover all the little spots, and we hope that we will have a big turnout from Mill, Georgia.
Can they get tickets online?
Now they can get them over at Overtime and Touchdown. Now they got to buy them. Now the online tickets were over with in April.
Oh, okay. Okay. So can they get them at E. Lucas EL High School?
Well, you can get some tickets and sales if you want.
Yeah, I figured. So if you want tickets to Soul Jam, this is going to be great. The ticket sales are really good from what I hear. And you've been on two wheels for this last couple of months since the legislative session ended, and you got a good lineup. I heard you were going to be performing.
I'm not performing. I'm going to try to pay the bills.
Oh, you're not performing?
I'm not performing.
Uh-oh.
Well,
that was okay. All right. Tell us the acts again.
Rolls Royce, Sir Charles, Nellie Travis, Ronnie Bell. If you don't know who Ronnie Bell is, that's that tune. I pay the shipping costs.
Uh-oh.
And Mike Hoggebrook, Bo Ponder, and Al Davis.
For those of you who've just tuned in, this is Ask Elaine. It's Wednesday on historic WDDO. Thank you so much for tuning in. And what you're looking at is a poster from a previous Soul Jam. But we want you to know that now's the time for you to go ahead and get your tickets. Touchdowns, overtime, and then tell everybody what else they can benefit from once they're inside Henderson Stadium, the new and improved Henderson Stadium. We used a lot of your taxpayer money to improve Henderson Stadium, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful over there. And people are going to want you to tell them about the tents too, and when they can come and set those up.
You need to be there 7:00 Sunday morning.
a.m. y'all, on time.
Yeah, first come, first serve.
Okay. And the year 2019, there was a little bit of confusion about some tents, but you've got that covered. And if you're there at 7 a.m., you can go ahead and get your spot, set your tent up and it will not be moved.
That's right. A matter of fact, when I leave here, I'm headed over to Henderson Stadium and meet with the fire marshal.
Oh, okay. So it's a safe place, wonderful music all evening. What time can people start lining up to come in?
The gates are open at 1:00.
Gates open at 1:00, y'all. So you got a chance to go and drive into Park and Praise and, do that part. And then get all your food and your drinks, no glass bottles, right? No glass containers, because they will be checked. So you don't want to have to take anything back. So, start your menu, prepare and everything, and get ready for Soul Jam 2021. One more time, your list of the performers.
Rose Royce, Sir Charles, Nellie Travis, Ronnie Bell, Mike Hagerbrook, Al Davis, and Bo Ponder.
Okay, y'all hit share now. Like and share, because Ask Elaine is on the air on Historic WDDO. Our guest for this first segment is State Senator David E. Lucas, who has represented us for the last 45 years in the House of Representatives and also in the state Senate, and who takes care of business, who looks out for all of us. And he and his fellow legislators have pledged to work closely with all of the governments. Tell us the counties that you represent.
Twiggs, Wilkerson, Hancock County, Washington County. Part of Bibb, part of Houston, and part of Jones.
Mm-hmm. That's like what, 88 miles around?
No, it's roughly it's 73 miles from here to Hancock, and 77 from here to Washington County.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he represents a whole lot of people, a whole lot of rural areas. And before you leave, tell us the 3 areas that you're working on the most for those rural counties that don't have the advantages that maybe a Macon would have.
We've been working on rural health care. We're trying to make sure the folks in the rural community can get good enough health care, just like they were in Macon or a larger city.
Okay. Healthcare, broadband.
Broadband is one of the things. You can't do telemedicine without broadband. So we putting in roughly over $3 million to go into rural communities to help them prepare and get ready for broadband.
Right. And especially with the children having been out and with the need for internet access, that's going to be very, very important to get those kids, especially in rural areas, caught up on what they've missed. Okay, so you said healthcare, broadband. Would there be one other area of concern that you have, especially for rural counties?
Well, transportation. We put state money in, try to make sure that the state highways are passable and rideable.
And for those of you who don't know, there will be an election in November on the OLOST. So can you just briefly tell us what the OLOST would do?
Well, the OLOST basically would give the county government a penny, another penny on top of the 1 penny that they do have. But I really don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's on them now.
Okay, y'all passed it out of Atlanta. The governor came in and signed it. And so it will be called, an election will be called for November. And those citizens who are eligible to vote, and please don't forget to register if you're not registered, and then check your registration regularly, because there is a concentrated effort to get you off of the rolls. So if you know that somebody's trying to do something to you, you're warned. So please go ahead and double check your voting status, even if you're sure that you're on the rolls. Check, because a few years ago there were 300,000 people who thought that they were registered and they were not registered. The same Brian Kemp kicked him off, kept him off the rolls, and won himself another election as governor. So what you got to do is make sure you do that. We're going to go back. Thank you for sharing the information about what you do as our senator, because you're my senator too, and I like for you to talk about that. Go back to Soul Jam. Summarize one more time for all of the, and y'all please click share so those folks who might have forgotten to tune in, they will tune in. Our numbers are looking better today. We've got a poster of a previous Soul Jam. It's on Memorial Day, the Sunday before Memorial Day, May 30th. Give us the location, give us the times, give us the ticket prices.
It's Henderson Football Stadium. The acts of Rolls Royce, Sir Charles, Nellie Travis, Ronnie Bell, Mike Hoggebrook, Bo Ponder, Al Davis. Showtime is at 3 o'clock. Gates open at 1.
Mm-hmm. All right. And folks, you can bring your own food. People come in with groceries. They have dinner. They have some real food out there, stuff to smell it. Plus, there'll be vendors. Right. There will be vendors. And then the NAACP will be doing voter registration. The People's Agenda will be there giving out information. There'll be fans handed out by the Pedestrian Safety Review Board, the Health Department. We're hoping to have them there. If you have not gotten your shot, you might want to go ahead and either get your test there or also go ahead and get your an injection, your vaccine. I don't know whether they want to get the vaccine and then go enjoy their libations too. I don't know. But anyway, the health department is going to be there. So you'll have all of these different things, a lot of free items for you. But the main thing is, for that $40 ticket price in advance, $45 at the door, you're going to get a real steal. For $40 in Atlanta, this ticket would be $100 with all of those acts. So there'll be people, the tickets are going fast. So y'all please go ahead and get your tickets. Overtime, touchdowns, you can even come by EL High School Academy, and we'll have tickets for you too. Your elected officials have been invited, and they're very excited about being there and seeing all of you. And so we just want to see you there. Thank you, Senator, for stopping by. We do appreciate it.
Quite welcome.
And you're going to sell some more tickets. Anything else you want to say to your constituents before you leave?
I love all of it.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. We want to welcome you once again to Ask Elaine. You know that it's Wednesday and it's 3 o'clock. And so you know that we are right here. Y'all please share, like and share, and let people know that we're on, and have them to tune in and leave us comments. We got a lot of comments here. Cynthia Cersei says, awesome. Mabel Randall, Reverend Randall, yes, he does look out for us. So they were talking about the senator. We're going to, while our guests are getting set up, our next guest, we're going to go ahead and take this call. Good afternoon, Ask Elaine. Good afternoon, Ask Elaine.
Commissioner.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I was calling to say good afternoon to the senator as well as yourself.
Well, good afternoon to you. It's always good to hear from you.
And that was good news that there will be, the health department will be out there. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And if there's anyone else who's interested in becoming a vendor there is a vendor's fee. And so you can contact the senator and let him know. And if there's space available, then he will try and accommodate you. Okay. But for those who bring their dinner and then they eat it all up, There will be folks selling. They usually have barbecue and fish and all kinds of stuff. So y'all just everybody just needs to come out because I know people are excited about getting back out and enjoying that. There's just an aura about Soul Jam. There's something about being together. These reverends, the apostles, and the bishops and all of them, and Reverend Baker will have to forgive all of us heathens, you know, and stuff. But there's enough prayer to go around for everybody. I believe that. I always fall back on that thing where you can be forgiven, Reverend. What's not just 7 times, but 7 times 70. I always remember that. I always remember that because that means it's unlimited. But
I just want to call and say
thank you. Thank you so much. It's always good to hear from you. You take care. All right. Our call-in number is 478-250-1444. And we have 2 gentlemen who are with the Economic Opportunity Council. We are so happy to have them with us today, and they're going to introduce themselves. They don't need introducing, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves after we take this call. Good afternoon, Ask Elaine.
Hey, Miss Elaine. Commissioner,
hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I have a quick question about Soul Jam. This is
Okay.
my first year attending. I'm super excited, but I noticed that Senator said that the tents have to be set up at 7, so we'll be able to come set those up, leave, and
Right.
come back closer to time, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You will be,
Okay.
but because the tents are so popular, and there's a limited number of spaces for them. So we have to have people there at 7 a.m. There are locations, they can pick out locations, get the tents all set up and secured. And then the fire marshals and everybody, they have their own little safety things and all of that. And so, and then there'll be somebody to make sure your tent stays, it's there where you put it. At 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're glad
okay.
you're going to
Perfect.
come and enjoy. I think it's going to be a great show.
Me too. I'm very excited. I got my sister coming down from
Oh,
Atlanta.
wonderful,
and,
wonderful.
A few people, and yeah, we plan on
Y'all
coming.
go ahead and get those
have a
tickets
good,
now
safe, fun time.
because you can't put as many people in as you have been able to in the past because of COVID. There will still be precautions, and
Okay.
so go ahead and get your tickets because there'll be fewer this
Okay.
time. So you'll want to go ahead and get them.
I am. I'm going to overtime today, and
Oh, great. All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you very much. You have a good
Bye-bye.
day. Bye. All right. Our 2 handsome gentlemen here. We're going to start with the gentleman to my right and let you introduce yourself. What do they say? Introduce to some or present to others or whatever. I'm just messing up this church stuff today, but y'all forgive me. 7 times 70?
Thank you, Commissioner Lucas.
All right.
My name is Carlton Williams, and I've been employed at Macon Bibb Economic Opportunity Council, Inc., better known as Macon Bibb EOC, for 20 years. So I look forward to sharing some information. I think I'm going to turn it over to my colleague to start first, and then I'll follow.
All right, Reverend.
My name is James Baker. I've been at Macon Bibb EOC going on 3 years now. I'm a housing specialist / case manager.
Okay. So these are people, and Miss Sarita Hill is the executive director. And we were so pleased to be able to get 2, not 1, but 2 of her staff members to come and to share with you in the community all of the services that they provide. Economic Opportunity Council, if you've never benefited from their services, then I'll bet there's something that they're going to tell you that you can be a part of and support or possibly benefit from, especially with COVID and the other things that are going on. So whichever one wants to share first, the programs that are the most used ones, the new programs, whatever you have that you want to share with us, Mr. Williams.
That'll be me then. I'm going to start with our babies. EOC is involved with everyone from birth to death. I say that all the time. We administer the Head Start and the Early Head Start program here in Macon-Bibb County and also in Monroe County. That's children that are 6 weeks old to 5 years old. And we're now in the middle of our mass enrollment. So this is a perfect time to sign your child up. It's more about learning, getting children school ready to move into that elementary phase. And it is not just babysitting. So they're really learning a lot. I'm learning kids are very, very smart.
They are.
They really are. So they need to be nurtured. So if you would like to put in an application, you can either go online to www.maconbibEOC.com, put your application in there, or you can do it by telephone. And our main number to call would be 478-738-3240.
Okay.
And you can do that anytime. Online is 24/7, and then our office hours are 8 to 5.
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
All right. Now, do you have some programs that you just want to mention, and then we're going to talk about some of the new funding that's come into EOC. That's the Economic Opportunity Council. And if you didn't know, then you're learning that they provide so many services to this community and have helped just hundreds of thousands of people to, get that leg up.
That's right.
In situations, especially crisis situations. Reverend Baker?
Yes, under the leadership of Ms. Hill, we just now start partnering with Scott Pharmacists, also Nelson Health, and St. Paul AME Church, Greater Elizabeth, with the vaccination. We thought it was very important for this community based on that we've seen so many deaths in our community. So we came up with a group, Health Awareness Disparity Council. And Ms. Hill came in, our CEO sat in the meeting and thought this would be a great idea for our community. Because if you look at our community, the African-American community, and the death rate and the disparity during this pandemic. So what we have done is we start doing vaccinations. We'll be doing one tomorrow at St. Paul from 8 to 10, and at Greater Elizabeth from 10 to 12. The greatest thing about what I like at Greater Elizabeth, we've seen people walking up on walkers. So we in a belief system that we got to go to where the people are.
That's right.
Not trying to get the people to come where we are. That's why it's a benefit to working for Macon-Bibb EOC. Is more like a ministry to me. We house the homeless. We feed the hungry. We clothe the naked. And I remember that scripture that Jesus said when the disciples asked him, when did we missed all that. Jesus said, the least you do unto me, you have done unto others. With Macon-Bibb EOC, it's a ministry. And we deal with the whole family. But now, one of the greatest things about this pandemic is that we have learned a lot of things. Now we want people to live. And there's a mindset that is in our community that would not take the shot. We are just asking you, educate yourself. There's a young lady from Macon, Georgia, Veronica Rice, president of Morehouse School of Medicine, that got so much education.
Southwest High School.
Oh, Southwest. Well, but Northeast is the best, but we
of course. No, my children were Raiders.
right. But we do give Southwest their pride because Miss Hill come out of Northeast.
Yes.
So we want you to get educated. And if you have any questions, come out to St. Paul in the morning. We got healthcare workers there on the spot will answer all your questions. Come to Greater Elizabeth in the morning. We got healthcare workers there on the spot. Our big event is going to be May the 30th. But I'm asking you to get your shot before Super Jam, though. It make a lot of sense, really. Because you'll be protected when you go to Super Jam.
Soul Jam.
Soul Jam,
yeah.
Super Jam.
Yeah,
Soul
Jam.
It's Super Soul Jam. Now, that Sunday morning, we'll be at St. Paul giving out shots. First shot, second shot, also the youth shot, 12 to 18, from 9:30 till 12 o'clock. And we are just praying that you encourage people to come out. I got this saying, Sister Lucas, I'd rather get a shot than be on a ventilator.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Yeah. Now, Senator can tell you about having COVID. He had it and was hospitalized for a week. And then when he came out, he had to be on, then he went back in because he had a reaction to the medicine, shot his sugar just through the roof. And he had to go back into the hospital. And then afterwards, he had a little bit of damage to his lungs. And so he had to be on oxygen as needed for a while. He is doing great, as you can see, but there are so many others who didn't make it through. So many others. And so we need to think about that. And so you're absolutely right. I got my shots. The only thing I had was a sore arm where I got the shot. You know, if you get a shot, you're going to have a sore arm. So my arm was sore. That was it. I felt a little warm. But then there are times when I feel a little warm anyway, you know. But I felt I got a little warm, maybe 1 day, 2 days. That was it. And so, as you say, I'd rather have that little sore arm and feel warm, because I can fan. I can fan. I've got air, than to be on a ventilator or to be dead. So y'all stop listening to these folks who are running around scaring people, and they're the ones that are bringing the virus to you. So go ahead and get yourself protected and your family protected. So I think that's a wonderful program that y'all are doing.
And we also doing the Pfizer shot. It's been FDA approved, and we're doing the Pfizer shot for your first shot, second shot, and also the youth shot. So please come out tomorrow, May the 30th. But tomorrow, like I said, we'll be at St. Paul, AME on Shirleyson Drive, and we'll also be at Great Elizabeth in the heart of Fort Hill on Fort Hill Street. May the 30th, we'll be back at St. Paul. And you can also go by Scott Pharmacists on Tuesdays and Thursdays as a walk-in. It's not about ID. It's about the shot.
Well, that's a great. We get our prescriptions filled at Scott's too, because it's the Black-owned business. He's been in this community for a long, long time, and we're going to continue to support him. We're going to continue. So. Anyway, that's great. Y'all have a lot of partnerships now.
And for the record, I got my shots.
We all have ours. We all got ours. So that's why we're sitting in here, and we're okay to be around each other, and the senator too, because we all have had our 2 shots. So it opens you up. It makes you feel so much freer. You just feel safer. You feel like, oh gosh. But now, if I go into a group of folks where I don't know who all got that, I'm going to put my mask on. He's got his mask right there. I'm going to have my mask on, and you need to do that too. We don't need to just drop everything, because you don't know who's vaccinated and who's not. and I would not take a chance. So don't get so free, but help yourself and make sure you're safe by getting those two shots. So tell us about new programs that you have, new pots of money, new funding sources, and some of the new services that are being provided.
Well, the first program I'm going to talk about is not a new program. It's been in our community forever. It seems like I've been there at the agency 20 years, and I know it's been around ever since I've been there. And it's called the LIHEAP program, which is the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. And through that program, that's where people can get up to $400 on their primary heating bill, which would be, if you got gas, it's supposed to go on your gas, but it can go on either gas or lights. And usually most people's light bill is higher than the gas bill, so they prefer for it to go on there. So we do have CARES money with the energy money. So we will be taking applications again soon, announcing when you'll be able to go on to the scheduler and schedule your appointment either online or over telephone. Okay. And so that's upcoming. And then with the newer programs, a lot of the CARES money, a lot of the programs we have, like CSBG, which is our emergency assistance program, that's primarily run out of the Buck Melton Outreach Center. And they have regular pot of money and they have the CARES money. That program can assist with a portion of your back rent or a utility bill or many other things. I always tell people, I never say there's something we don't do, just ask. And if there's a way we can work around it and help you with it, that's what we'll do.
All right, give us that number again, and I don't know whether they can put it up or not.
Well, that number for that outreach center is 478 330
Got it.
6272. That is the Buck Melton Outreach Center for Macon Bibb EOC. We've expanded our office space at the Buck Melton Center. We're not only do we still have the office down the hall from where the Central Georgia Technical College School used to be, we have expanded into the old Central Georgia Technical College location. So we have 2 offices over there. Then we have county funds that the city, Macon Bibb County, is so gracious to provide us with.
Well, y'all do the work. Y'all do the work. You've proven that. So.
And those funds we use mainly to help people. Let's say if you don't meet the poverty guidelines for the other program, let's say you're a little bit over, but you can show us that due to no fault of your own, you can't afford to completely pay your rent or utility bill. We'll try to help you out of that poverty. That's what it's preserved for.
As for mainly for a low and moderate income, but
on the high end, we can go over just yes. So that's what the county money is for. But then we also have, in addition to all of that, a variety of other programs. Let's start with the homeless program.
Okay.
All right. We have, under the homeless programs, we have homeless prevention. Because of the many moratoriums that have been put into place, either by the CDC or by the governors or the president, we haven't really been able to help with the back rent until they are up. And this time the moratorium ends June 31st. So once it's up, we'll be able to go back to assisting with rents in the arrears. We can pay up to 6 months in the arrears, and then a couple of months going forward if need be. But while all of this is going on with the moratorium, we're looking for people whose utilities have been shut off. Let's say you got a $2,000 light bill, but you meet our guidelines. Then we would like for you to contact the office that I'm located in, which is our 1877 Houston Avenue Community Outreach Center. And that number is 478 750-8689. The goal there is to use that homeless prevention money to restore your service, catch up your bill, and make you whole. So as long as you meet those guidelines.
Oh, now, if you have questions about some of the services that have been mentioned so far, give us a call, 478-250-1444. We are your news and information program. We are here for you. This is Ask Elaine. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas, and it's my pleasure to have these gentlemen here today, Mr. Williams and Reverend Baker, who are representing the Economic Opportunity Council, which provides so many services for this community. And I know your head is just swollen because you've learned so much about so many services and programs that are available. And who knows, if there are some needs that you have, please take advantage to call, and they can let you know whether you're eligible or not. I remember when the folks at Crystal Lake were they had a fire and had a whole lot of substandard kinds of things going on. Your agency assisted those folks. What were some of the things that y'all did?
Well, we rehoused them. We rapidly rehoused them, which is a homeless program that we do have. And you're right, we all work tirelessly working with those clients. And so we do have programs available under the CARES funding and our regular funding to rapidly rehouse people that are facing homelessness. Again, those services are run out of our Houston Avenue Center. And that number again is 478-750-8689 to see if you're eligible or not. Now, with those fundings come along with an assessment that has to be done, which is called the Coordinated Entry System. The federal government put that in place about 2 years ago, and Macon Bibb EOC is the lead agency for the Middle Georgia area administering this particular system. If you call in, you'll answer a series of questions, and then it rates where you stand on the homeless list. And based on that, it determines where we're going to refer you for homeless assistance. Okay, so you would have to do that first. Right now, we do have a waiting list, so please be patient. But we are getting through that list, and we're doing the best job we can do.
That's great. Y'all do an excellent job. You really do. There's so many people, and we need to stop sometimes when we're all fed and we're housed and we're all comfortable and stuff, and then look at our neighbors and we see that there are people who are not fed. I was amazed at the amount of food that's thrown away in the United States.
That's right.
Farmers who on the federal programs are paid to grow stuff, but they throw it away. And I was just so pleased to see during this time there were so many food programs where this food that used to be thrown away, that the food has been boxed. And I think there have been how many churches in Macon that have had food drives. EOC has been a part of pushing all of that. So there's no reason in a country like the United States of America that you would have people who are hungry. There's no need that there are people, no reason for people not to have health care that they need, that they not have housing. And so your agency is working to fill in the empty spots, fill in the gaps. And I just salute y'all for all of this. This time goes by so fast, but we've still got about 15 minutes. Listen, if anybody has a question or a comment, give us a call at 478-250-1444. Mr. Williams.
Ms. Lucas, I would like to also mention to the public that about the Georgia Rental Assistance Program. We got about 500 and some something million that came into the area. You have to go online to apply, and the tenant has to apply. There are certain documents they have to provide, as well as the email for the landlord. And once they do that, then DCA contacts the landlord, and the landlord has to provide documents.
Okay.
And then it'll help with up to a year's worth of your back rent.
My.
And 3 months possibly moving forward. Based on the need.
So if you're in one of these categories, or you know somebody who is, please, all you got to do is Google these different topics and they'll pop right up.
That is correct.
And you can get folks to resources that they need. There is no sense, as I said just a minute ago, no sense in people being hungry. There's no sense in people being without clothing, without shelter. Not in the United States of America, a country that Black folks and poor folks helped to build. There is no sense in the world. So if these things are available, take advantage of them, because there are many of us who pay taxes all these years, but we never, you don't ever access those services. So what about your family, your church members, all of those folks who can access those services? So I'm just thrilled. Y'all are just angels on earth. You really are, with the services that you provide. And see, the money that you get is all of our money just coming back to us. And this new administration has changed the whole flavor of government, the administration in Washington with President Biden.
Yes.
People were scared to act like they were hungry under Trump. I mean, he was saying, well, it's your fault that you're hungry. It's your fault you don't have a place to stay. It's your fault that it's your fault. But under the Biden administration, Biden and Harris administration, there's a new tone in government that everybody contributes, everybody pays taxes to a certain extent. Everybody, you buy anything, you're going to pay that extra. You pay taxes. So don't try to put my taxes in a different category than yours. All of us pay taxes, and that money needs to come back to make sure. And when you take care of folks who need, that makes it lighter on everybody else. If everybody gets vaccinated, that keeps you from infecting me and my children, my grandchildren, my older relatives. So it's not just about you. It's about everybody and being responsible for everybody. And you can say you're not your brother's keeper, you're not your sister, but you are. You are. That's something that's given to all of us. I could take up a collection after that.
But one of the things,
okay, Reverend
Commissioner, is that Georgia Rent Assistance Program was designed for landlords. Landlords have been left out because of this administration at $552 billion this year. But we need your landlords and your tenant to be on the same team. So you need to go on that website, and you can also call us at the Buck Melton Center. We'll help you download, because we understand there are some landlords who may own the house but don't know how to use a computer. So we have people calling in, and we also suggest that if you don't know how to do it, just call Buck Melton office. And we can assist you in downloading to the portal for you.
And again, that number is 478-330-6272.
Okay. All right. We've got some people who have posted comments. Mr. Peak says, thanks for the info. He likes all of the info. We have Dr. Butler. She says these shots won't be available for free or convenient after a while. So, she's probably right. Christ and education is a winning combination. That's from Dr. Butler. Cynthia Cersei. Okay, that's just a reply. They say Cynthia Cersei says, "Way to go, Reverend Reverend Baker," and the other folks are saying good evening, good afternoon, awesome. And they were saying that the senator does look out for them, and that he does. He really does. Um, Oh, Cynthia Cersei is asking about temperature checks at Soul Jam. I really do believe there will be temperature checks, and there'll be hand sanitizer and wipes and all other kinds of stuff available because we want to make sure that we are doing this thing right, and everybody will not be vaccinated. So we just want to make sure. You might want to, go on and start your regimen if if you want to really have that mask off and jump around like I see people jumping around, and drink that little tardy and all of that stuff, and that barbecue, that fish and stuff. Soul Jam's gonna be off the chain. Soul Jam 2021. I think Mayor Miller is gonna be there, and he thinks he can dance, so we will see him jumping around. So anyway, it's gonna be the place to be, y'all, and hopefully we can have EOC represented there. Maybe there's some handouts you have. There may be some other things that you could provide while you're enjoying the music and the fellowship and all of that. Reb, you just pray us on through it, pray us on through it. And we'll be okay. 7 times 70. 7 times 70. Yeah, I'm glad to have that. Y'all, we have only a few minutes left, but we're going to ask these two gentlemen to share a kind of a summary of what they've been talking about today. For those who are just tuning in, we only have like 9 more minutes, but we're glad you're there, and we appreciate those who tune in each week and give us that support and spread the word. And by the way, please, after this show is over, it is recorded, please share. And we usually end up with hundreds of people who watch the tape of the show after it's over. And then all those folks who are listening on 980 AM, we are just so grateful to have you there as always. If you'll give us a summary of the most important things that people need to remember about the EOC, the Economic Opportunity Council. We want to again thank Ms. Sarita Hill, the Executive Director, for allowing you to come today and share these programs. Y'all have done an excellent job. But go ahead, and then we'll go to Reverend Baker.
We're currently in the process of mass enrollment with Head Start and Early Head Start program. We posted the contact information regarding the application in the chat. We also have homeless prevention programs. We have hotel motel programs. We have rapid rehousing programs and a variety of emergency assistance and anything else that you may need. If you contact one outreach center and they know exactly who to refer you to and where to refer you so that you can get the help that you need. We really want to spend this money. We want to spend it very you want to spend it, steward-wise, be good stewards of it. But we do need the community's help in doing so that maybe next time they'll give us even more money.
Yeah. I think with this administration, they're about people.
That's right.
And they realize that it's our money just coming back to serve and to provide the services that are needed. Reverend Baker?
Well, I can say that this agency is about people. It's about this community. One of the things I said openly and secretly, this agency is a hidden secret right here in Macon County. We do the real work. We're not just people who meet around a table. We go out, we do the real work, we take the real phone calls, and we just know that God has allowed a real leader to lead this agency. She's a God-fearing sister too, so we just thank God for her strength. And during this whole pandemic, we have gotten paid. I like that. You know,
I know you do. It's always good. That's always good.
We didn't just get paid to sit at home. We were still working. We were
Right.
teleworking. We was out looking for housing. Because when we came back, we did boots on the ground. And she's always about, y'all got to get out there and work. So, and I work up under Mr. Williams, who's my immediate supervisor.
Yeah.
And we just having fun right now.
Yeah.
And serving people.
But y'all have always been servants anyway. Y'all have been about service anyway. So that's the kind of job that you needed to have.
That's right.
Because that's in your heart. And if it's in your heart, you'll do well in the position.
Definitely have to have a passion for it.
Yeah.
And I've been very proud to be a part of this agency for this long.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying early on, you may burn out, but something new comes around the corner and there's a new need.
Yeah.
And I would like to say on behalf of Ms. Hill, she wanted me to let you know that she had a scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
She wanted to join us.
Yeah.
Cast, but she couldn't make it.
Well, look, we're going to have you back, and she'll be available then. We're going to have you back because we want to remind people in a few months of services that are still available, and we'll be getting ready for enrollment in schools. There may be some things that people will need then, specific programs that you have available that we'll need to remind them of. So you'll be back. You will be back. So y'all just know when I call, just say, okay, what is it, Elaine? I want to let y'all know that there are some students who needed laptop computers in order to finish their work at EL High School Academy. You do paper and pencil work, but you need a laptop or a desktop to do your research, to verify your answers or to find your answers and then place them neatly on your paper. And so we had some students who did not have the laptop or desktop. And I just want you to know that the EOC has provided the first 5 students with laptops to complete their work. And today they have delivered several more laptops that will be distributed to students who need to have it to finish their high school diploma. And those students, some of them have written a thank you card. Some of them are going to do thank you letters because they are so grateful. That's what community service is all about. And so I wanted to personally thank you. It just kind of brought tears to my eyes that day when there was a student who I knew it was just obvious that this student did not have the computer access. And I called y'all over there, your agency, and you said, yes, we'll help these students. And I tell you, that's what it's about. That's what it's about, building families, and we're all in this together. And if we don't do anything for anybody else, then we might as well not even be here.
Well,
not even be
and
here.
We've been very, very grateful to be partnered with the Lucas School.
Oh,
for many years. I've attended graduation.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be attending the one in August. By the way, we're going to have our next graduation in August. And we're going to have, I believe, 25 or 30 graduates. And they are so happy that we've been able to set one because of COVID. We've had to delay. EOC will certainly be a part of the graduation and other entities that have helped us. So, y'all, the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony where our late son Al Lucas will be inducted under the Legends category. That's Saturday, the 22nd, I believe. That is at 5:30 at City Auditorium. That should have been named for C. Jack Ellis. We tried. We're going to try again. be warned. We're going to try again. And then go ahead and get your tickets for Soul Jam 2021. They're going fast, I'm telling you. And only so many people can get in Henderson Stadium because of COVID and everything. So y'all go ahead and get your tickets. You will not be sorry. That's $100 ticket in Atlanta. So y'all go ahead and get your $40 ticket. And tune in again next Wednesday at 3 for another edition of Ask Elaine. We appreciate your being here. We thank Mr. Williams and Reverend Baker and Senator Lucas. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next Wednesday for another edition of Ask Elaine.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 9